Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna film a whole video just because my hair's curly. Ah! Good start. Oh no, I just dropped my eyes. What am I trying to say? Lovely. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. Hold on. It's gone. Oh, I'm so awkward. Okay. Wait, no, I forgot. Okay. My brain is trying to work. So. Hey guys, it's Ellie and welcome back to another video. So today's video is a bit of a mess, let's be honest. And I actually forgot to film an intro because, as you'll see in the next few minutes, I didn't really know what I was doing because last week's video ended up just being so long that I had to cut it in 2 parts, and the time I was filming that I didn't know, and I just sort of filmed a video to sort of get some content out because I wanted to show off my hair basically. And I basically start off by taking off my makeup, and that is from last week's video. I just want a short explanation of why I haven't put any photo shoot footage in. Is that we got kicked out. So we didn't really get kicked out. We went to a place that you have to actually pay to shoot at if you're a professional photographer, and we didn't know that basically until we got there, and we shot literally 3 poses at one location, and they were like, yeah, you can't shoot here right now. You need to maybe you didn't hear this from me, but maybe if you wait a bit later, you'll be alright. So then as we were waiting for a bit later, it then absolutely chucked it down. So we went home. Yeah, and it's been postponed to this week, and it's actually been already. So, but I didn't film because I'd already started editing this video. So today's video is actually about me sharing with you my acne tips and tricks, because I have very acne prone skin that's really oily, and I just wanted to get across some some tips to you guys about how I deal with it, because obviously I had really bad skin. Anyone that knew me will know how terrible my skin actually was. So my skin looked like this, which is gross. I know it's actually disgusting, and I'm kind of embarrassed about sharing it, but this was December 2018, and obviously my skin does not look like that now. My skin actually looks like this. And all the steps that I share with you today are kind of how my skin has cleared up. And that's basically what I wanted to share with you. And it starts off with me taking off my makeup from the photo shoot, because I thought actually the process of taking off your makeup is really important. And what products you use are just sort of really important to that process. And I'm just going to grab what I use to take off my makeup. And I use the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water, even for sensitive skin. It's got a pink lid. I mentioned it in last week's video. This is really useful for all skin types because it's non-perfumed, and that's what I use to wash my face anyway. And something else which I hadn't used at the time I filmed this video was this simple hydrating light moisturizer for all skin kinds. It's just a literal moisturizer that you're supposed to use twice a day. I just use it as a primer, which I said I didn't use, but I've noticed I get dry skin here, and it just sort of, I can use that all over my face without getting it really hydrated, and it doesn't make me break out. So that's why I've started using it, and I thought I'd share it with you because I didn't know that at the time. I'm gonna shut up now because I'm terrible at intros and outros. We all know this. It gets worse from here. So I'm gonna stop talking, and I'm just gonna show you what a mess this video really is. So you guys get to see how I take my makeup off, which is the most interesting thing in the world, I'm sure. Obviously with having acne, it's quite helpful for me to watch other people with acne take off their makeup and see what type of products they use and why and stuff. I thought you might enjoy seeing that basically. So the first most satisfying bit is taking the eyelashes off. Also, my skin's a bit greasy, but it's actually doing a really good job. This foundation is holding up. I'm gonna do the most satisfying bit. Also, my eyeshadow is creasing, and my eyelashes aren't stuck on very well. There you go, the most satisfying bit. And now my eyes look bald, seems like the eyelashes really lift your eyes. I always start on the eyes when I take my makeup off. I'm just gonna get a cotton pad, then micellar water, and just literally go ham with it and take off my makeup because it's fun. I always start with the eyebrows. I don't know why. I start with eyebrows when I put on my makeup. Do the same when I take it off, then just take the eye makeup off. Oh wow. And then for mascara, I fold it in half like this. This is gross, by the way. Put it between my lashes. Just move it side to side. Try and be a bit more careful than I am because I'm a bit like brutal with it. And I'm just gonna remove the other eye. And also, I don't put loads of product on. You can't actually, it can. Oh, bye. I don't put loads of product on. That's like more than I would usually use, but I've got quite a thick layer of eyeshadow on. And start with the eyebrows so it doesn't run into my eye. Basically, I want enough to actually remove the makeup, but not too much that it like runs into my eye because it actually like kind of stings. I'm going to do the same, get a bit more on these cotton pads because it's not going anywhere near my eyes. I'm just going to remove the foundation, and obviously like not everything's going to be gone because it's, you know, can only do so much. And the reason I use this to, sorry, I think I just cut my lip. The reason I use this to take my makeup off, because it's no perfume, dermatologically and I don't know what that means. Basically, it's hypoallergenic, so it doesn't react with my skin. I'm not saying that means if you have acne, this will definitely work for you. This is just what works for me, and I use this for everything. I use this to cleanse my face, to prime my face, take my makeup off, like anything. I use this for because it's amazing. And like generally just taking care of my skin, I use this for. Every morning I get up and use 3 cotton pads, one for the left side, one for the right side, and one for my forehead. And I do that every morning as soon as I wake up to cleanse my skin. And then I have an antibiotic wash from the doctors, which basically just means it's basically just a bottle that I rub all over my face. It's kind of like roll-on deodorant, but not, if you know what I mean. But for my face, that was a weird analogy, but you know what I mean. And that just has to go on clean skin, and that has basically done bits for my skin, really, like using the two of them together. And I don't really have like a facial routine because I just find using loads of products just clogged all my pores and it just didn't work. It just reacted with my skin. And this I just found once I started using it to take my makeup off that my skin felt so nice afterwards, and like it has like a nice shine to it, and once it dries it actually is quite mattifying. And obviously like the immediate is red because I'm aggressive but it's really gentle to your skin if you're not aggressively wiping it like me. And it goes a long way. Like I could do my whole face with one cotton pad, but I'm not going to because it's not good for my skin. I'm just gonna get another cotton pad and just do the same. Just do like an extra layer of removal. That much has just come off that side of my face, so it's definitely worth doing it again. It just means that my skin's more pure when I put the antibiotics on, and it's not like wiping dirt and grime around it, and especially after wearing makeup, because obviously the makeup's still there no matter how hard you try. So yeah, that's why I do that. Also the thing is, like, I can't afford like an expensive makeup routine because you can't, like, not makeup, like what's like skincare routine, because it just costs too much money. Like the good products, like there's Garnier and like Neutrogena and stuff, which is really good, but like it costs so much money and I don't have that money. So having micellar water is really useful because it's cheap. If you get it from the right places, it's cheap. You can actually buy this in Primark, I'm pretty sure, for like 90p. I'm sure you can. I'm sure I bought one for Primark once. So I don't have enough money really to uphold a really expensive skincare routine that, to be honest, it didn't work for me. And that's fine. If it works for you, then do it, bro. Like, I'm not even like, stop doing your skincare routine. It's bad for you. Because if your skincare routine works, then keep doing it. But that might be the reason if you've got acne. That might be the reason that it's not getting any better, because your skincare is just like not the right one for you. Hang on, this bubble's stuck. The slightest thing can aggravate it. Like, I can wear a different foundation. Sometimes when I wear a different perfume, it like sets my acne off, and that's just, it's really annoying. So finding something that works for me took a while. It's been a few years. I've had bad skin since I was about 12, and it was really hard for me to sort of deal with like having bad skin from that age, and it's caused a lot of anxiety. So trying to get good skin, like now, I would never have dreamt of being on YouTube with no makeup on, and like my first video had no makeup, and I did have a spot. I know I had a spot, but I was confident enough to post that video because everyone gets acne at some point or another, and if you don't, honestly, you are sent from God, because everyone gets acne. Always do your research. So if you have combination skin, or if you have like dry skin, don't go and buy something for oily skin. Or similarly, if you have oily skin, which I know it's really hard to find products for because I found it, try and find products for combination skin or oily skin, and that should do all the same things, but like sort of keep the moisture down without closing on your pores up. So finding skincare that works for you is like hugely important, and that's basically what cleared my skin up, was finding something that worked for me. And you might not even have to do it twice a day, you might only have to do it once, and that's fine. Like, whatever works for you is the best, because like everyone's skin is different. We both might have oily skin, but your skin is different to my skin, even though it's both oily. What works for me might not work for you, but I'm just giving you advice. Don't touch your face, she says, literally touching her face, but don't touch your face. I remember sitting in media at college like this. I was always sat with my hands on my face, and that just meant all of these spots were traveling, and everywhere I had like my fingers, my knuckles and my palm. My fingers, my knuckles and my palm, I would get spots in all of those places because I'd be touching my face so much. And I get them around my hairline, so I try not to have my hair down all the time. So just basically trying not to touch your skin. Basically it stops all of the toxins from spreading, so that's a good thing. Number 2 is checking your makeup is in date. So I have had that clear mascara for literally yonks that I talked about last week in my video. I don't think the date is that long in it, which I think is why I'm starting to get spots in my eyebrows because of that. And like all of your makeup products will have one of these on them. See, that says 12 months, and that basically says once you've opened it, you get 12 months to use it before the product expires. Keeping track of those dates is really important, because if you are using expired makeup, it can react with your skin. Some people, it doesn't react with their skin, and that's fine. But for me, using expired products means my skin starts flaring up, and that's when I know basically when my products are out of date, because I don't really keep that much track of it. But when my skin starts to flare up, I'm like, oh, maybe something's out of date. Another thing about makeup is the combination of makeup that you're using. So it could just be like, I use a Revolution foundation and concealer, but previously I was using a different Revolution concealer. I was using the Conceal and Define, and the combination of that and the MAC Studio Fix foundation, which was way too thick for my skin and was like actually killing it. The combination of the two of them together was making me break out every time I wore makeup, because the foundation was too thick and so was the concealer. But I felt like I needed it to cover up my acne, which in reality was making it worse. And similarly, when I bought a new Revolution foundation, the combination of using that and the same concealer was still like making me break out. I'm not saying read the label of your foundation to find out what's in it. Try it. Try a new foundation if you're interested in it. Try it. But if you then break out, just watch that it could be the combination of the new foundation with something else that you're wearing. It might be that when you change your concealer, the foundation is fine. So it's the combination of products that makes my skin break out. So if that's something that you think you need to watch out for, do it. I'm also not saying go out and buy all loads of new products, because you can't blame me for that. If your products are expired, bro, then that's your problem. I'm gonna take the jumper off because I'm sweating. I'm wearing a leotard. So all of like the natural things like eat healthy, try not to pick your spots. Like, yeah, it's important to eat healthily, but let's be honest, like, I'm not the healthiest eater. I sweat at dancing. I don't wash my face afterwards, and everyone picks their spots. Like, everyone does it. I don't try and deny it. Everyone picks their spots. And let's be honest, I think if I stopped picking my spots, my skin would be clearer than it is. But I don't think it's affected me so badly that I would say not to do it. So it's either the choice of, can you live with a whitehead on your face, or would you rather just pop it? Because for me personally, it hasn't really made a difference, and I'm not going to tell you not to do it, but it's advice that I have heard, is to stop picking your spots, because that can spread the toxins. I've also heard that you can pop them but do it with tweezers, because the toxins from under your nails can make it worse. So if you're still like eager to pop it, try popping them with tweezers, because that sometimes works, but make sure you're using different tweezers to ones you pluck your eyebrows with, because that could also be disastrous. Yeah, there's one more thing. Oh, try not to wear makeup. That's a big thing. If you're wearing makeup all the time, and you're wearing thick makeup all the time, then it's just going to clog all your pores up, and your whole face is going to be screaming for attention, and it's just going to make you break out. And if you want to wear makeup every day, then that's fine, but try like buying a lighter foundation, a lighter weight foundation from somewhere that's cheaper, because I still have my MAC Fix Plus. It just doesn't, no, what's it called? MAC Studio Fix. But it is like, it's too heavy on my skin to wear every day, so if I need something where I need a more full coverage, I will use that, or I'll just build up my lightweight foundation. So if you are one of those people that want to wear makeup every day, then try, I don't know why I'm holding this comb like a prop. If you are one of those people that want to wear foundation every day, then go out and buy a cheap lightweight foundation. Like that Revolution Pro stuff is like £7. And honestly, it's been a godsend, because it means I can wear makeup every day if I want to. But because I don't, my skin's cleared up. When I went to college, I wore makeup. I wore light makeup. I didn't even wear heavy makeup. I wore light makeup for about 3 days, and I don't think I've worn a full face of makeup by choice since. Like, I've worn full faces because I've got ready for shoots at college, I've done shows at college, and trying to keep away from full faces of makeup when it's not necessary. I'm not saying don't wear makeup altogether, like I've already said 1,000 times, but trying not to wear like heavy makeup when it's not necessary is like a huge thing that makes a difference. So yeah, to reiterate the points, probably not in the right order. Oh no, I'm useless. I don't know what order these points are. Number 1 is to completely forget your whole video idea. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. It'll come back to me. I forgot. One more time, see if I can do it the whole way through, and if I can't, I'm just gonna edit it out. Number 1, check the expiry date on your products, because if they are out of date, they will not do you good. Number 2, check the combination isn't reacting and bringing your skin out. Number 3, don't touch your face, because if you touch your face, it'll spread the toxins. Number 4, try and cleanse your face with a routine that actually works. Do your research and test a few things out. It might be one product that's throwing you off. Number 5, try not to pick your spots and try and eat healthy. I don't do those things, but it works for some people. Number 6, the last thing, don't wear makeup when it's not necessary. Jesus, that took like 4 attempts. I got it out. And basically those are the things that I do, bar the eating healthy and picking spots, because I'm a teenager. I do all those things, and honestly my skin has transformed over the past few years. Also with the tips of cleaning your face, try not to be aggressive, try not to use like makeup wipes, probably use like a cleansing water or like micellar or something, because it's just slightly different, or find something specifically for sensitive. That about wraps up today's video. So what did we do today? You saw me take my makeup off and I gave you a few tips about skincare and sort of what I do to transform my acne. And honestly, if I can find some pictures of my acne, you've already seen them, and ugh, sis, that's not the one. So if you want to transform your skin like I did, try and follow some of the tips. If they don't work for you, then that's fine. Comment down below if you want to try, if you've tried something different and it's worked, because maybe that's something I can try to clear up the last little bit, and other people can see like what you've done, if that works for you. Obviously I can only speak for myself because I have oily skin. It might not work for people with like drier skin. So if you do have dry skin and it doesn't work, and if you have other tips, comment them down below, because it'll help other people. Oh, bro, I'm gonna give up. Somebody else do my outros for me. Okay, sis, you can do this. One take. I can do this. No, she can't. Right. Oh! Okay. Brain work! Oh my god! Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more videos every Saturday. And click that bell button to I'm gonna carry on, to be notified when I post every Saturday, in case you don't know. And once again, thank you all for watching. Thank you for taking the time, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye! My brain is trying to work. So... Wow.